What's up, guys? Weather Expert here, bringing you guys an awesome video on a weather update. This is a winter weather update. We finally are doing more actual. This is our first winter weather, update about the potential of our first snowstorm in the Great Lakes region, and that's where I live. So this is why I'm mainly focusing on snowstorms, rains. Well, not really rain. It's like a flooding event, which is I'm gonna be talking about soon. And then I'll be focusing on the Northeast too. But right now, I'll be focusing on the Great Lakes because I think there could be a potential of a pretty good snow event happening around the 21st to the 22nd of November, which is only like 6 days away, so 6-7 days away. So let's get right to it. So we gotta look at is you gotta look at the satellite, you gotta look at the storm that the models are showing. Don't look at just the model individually. You gotta look at your current observations and stuff. So right now you got the trough digging over here. That's gonna be pretty severe weather and a lot of flooding over here. Not flood, well, just like 3 to 6 inches of rain. That's my forecast. And then we got the system over here. This is a system that GFS and European are talking about. This is what I mentioned of a Thanksgiving storm. Now they're speeding it up more, so that's why it's going to become more of a 21st, 22nd storm instead of like a Thanksgiving. The European was showing the snowstorm over in this region on the 25th. Not Thanksgiving, more close to Thanksgiving. But now they're kind of speeding it up, so they're saying it's going to come over here, get to the east, go over to like the Puget Sound, start going off to the east, then amplify over here. We get a long stretch of snow over here, which I'm going to show you guys. And it's got a lot of moisture to deal with. It's got a lot of cold air with it. You guys see that cold cirrus clouds over here. Got some cold cirrus clouds over here. So it's going to be pretty cold air behind this system. Behind this one. It's producing a lot of cold air. And then we got this system over here. It's going to produce another shot of cold air and potentially a pretty good snow event for the Great Lakes. Now, there's still a lot of uncertainties, still 6-7 days out that still can change. But right now, I'm seeing a lot of model consistency. I'm seeing some pretty good observations right now that are leading me towards it. Let's go to, you have to go to your ensembles to see what if they're showing it. You can't just look at the operational run. I'm going to show you guys the operational, but let's look at the ensembles. This is a perfect example of a cold pattern right here. Here's the 21st of November right here. And pretty much, you're going to see a high pressure over here. You got high pressure over here. That's just a positive PNA. This is a negative NAO. When you have that, you're going to have a lot of dipping, and you're going to have a jet stream dipping down with cold air, and you get a storm system over here, which is what they're showing with lower pressures right here. Then you can get a pretty good snowstorm over here, and that's potentially I'm just saying a snow event right now because there's a lot of changes. The 12Z run, the European, will not come in until about an hour, about pretty much about an hour and a half or so. This is a per example of a cold pattern developing in later towards November. And I talked about this on Facebook of potential of a first snow event in middle of November. Middle of November typically means 15th to the 22nd, actually till like late November, which is about 25th or about after Thanksgiving or so. So yeah, guys, really it's gonna be pretty hectic, but you gotta look at the jet stream level. You got this pretty strong jet. Look, you can see that pretty pronounced right here. You can see that pretty pronounced trough right here. Models are saying pulling over the Puget Sound and getting over here. It's still 6-7 days away, but this thing can change. You can see the subtropical jet coming around here, and it's showing and producing some pretty good cold and wet air, which is going to be a factor of the severe weather and the rain up in the Great Lakes. But what's going to happen is this thing's going to start, the pattern's going to start changing. We're going to, after this storm goes by, looks like a high pressure. Looks like it's going to build over here. So far, there's a high pressure right here, but right now there's a trough right here. Models are just building a ridge over here, projecting the storm. Cold air comes down. You get a perfect setup for a snowstorm. Am I saying we're going to get a snowstorm? The chances of it happening are increasing, but right now I'm putting about 30 to 40% chance of a snowstorm, about a 60 to 70% chance of a snow event happening. About actually a 70% chance right now. I'm pretty confident that we're going to get a snow event that time, and Thanksgiving could be pretty stormy as well. But let's go to our models. This is where I'm going to stop, and I'm going to show you guys something. Most people are model huggers, okay? I like posting models to show you guys what's going to be upcoming, why the models are showing snow events over here, which means it could be a dynamic winter already. So we have our system in the west right here producing some pretty good snows in the Rockies. Looks a little bit more fast, so not too much. You got rain developing out ahead with that nice plume of moisture coming from the Gulf of Mexico, combining with the lift of the low pressure system, could mean for some flooding. We got this band to develop, and this is a squall line right here as a model show, the metascale model show as well. We get over here, and you guys can see we get the band kind of weakened. So where this band sets up is where we're going to be determined where the 5 to 6 inches might fall. We might get 5 inches, you might get 4 inches. Right now, I'm thinking that I'm going to get about 3 inches right now. That's where I'm thinking right now. I have a map out there. It says 3 to 6 inches right here, but that's just because the band could locally be heavy at times in certain part of the areas. 72 hours out, we see some very cold air with these tight isobars with strong winds coming down with the cold air. That looks pretty potent. And then we have this right here. See that thing right there? Yeah, that's a storm we're showing. That's a storm coming from the west. It's this storm right here that's coming east, and it's gonna be impacting the U.S. probably. Let's go back. Here it comes. It doesn't dive south. It goes east. Here's a jet. Here's some pretty cold. It's pretty cold air coming down with the high pressure system. And then we get this high pressure system over here, and we get another high pressure system over here. And in between, that storm's gotta go east. You know, it's gonna. And look at this. That's a pretty good snow event for me. I live right here. That's a snow. I'll show you guys the CMC as well, and it's showing a lot of the same characteristics, maybe a little bit further north, but now the GFS is shifting more southward. I'm gonna go refresh this to see how much data we have back. Alright, we got a little bit more data. Alright, so let's go see this storm. We see we see the low pressure system axis right here, so the trough is kind of over here. You guys can see that there's a big high. You can see, look at this thing. I mean, look at this. I mean, this looks like a pretty strong low pressure system right here. It's forcing this storm east. There's no way it can go south. It's gotta go east. That's why they're showing it. And we get some rain to develop, and then we get snow as the end. But this is still a long ways out, and then we get more flurries. So this thing is wrapping up pretty nicely. I'm gonna see how much on the GFS snowfall. I'm not gonna be paying attention too much to this, but I'm gonna be monitoring how close these trends are. And let's see if this thing loads. I mean, look at this. This right here. That's 10 inches. It's not going to happen as 10 inches. I just don't see right now. But I'm just showing you guys that it could be a potential snow event, and the GFS started caved in my thinking that it's going further south. Go to the Canadian model, and it shows a little bit further north. But now that's a new run. We got to go to the old run. It shows it further north, and that could possibly happen. It just depends on the low pressure system movement. You guys, that's what I'm gonna wrap up. Hope you guys enjoyed this lesson. I really like how this storm is coming together. It's still 6-7 days out, but I'm starting to think that this might be more of a possibility. It looks more likely than I thought it would be. But you guys, see you guys in the next video. Peace out.